Hey y'all, so this is going to be my review on the movie King Richard. It was really good, y'all. I give it an A+. And watching Black excellence or athletes do it at a high level and see the journey that comes along with that, the dedication, the grit, the drive, the determination, the stick-to-itness, that no matter what life may throw your way, no matter what the doubters may say, you stick to your goal. And I feel like that's what you can learn from watching this movie. It's definitely going to motivate the dreamers out there to keep dreaming and to keep believing. That's what I got to say about the movie. One thing for certain, two things for sure. I can say that, okay? These are 9 points, 9 takeaways that I got from the movie King Richard without giving it away. Hopefully I won't give it away. Hopefully I don't, no spoiler alerts or whatever. My point number 1, I wrote that I learned from the movie King Richard. It's not your job to figure out how or when it's going to happen. Just believe it's going to happen. And that it is your dream. It's the it to do something great within you. And I feel like a lot of us feel that way. You know, you feel like, okay, I know I'm more than this. I know I'm supposed to be doing more than this. I know I'm greater than basically my circumstances. I know that I'm called to more. And you just feel like, dang, I'm trying. I'm waking up early. I'm reading my blog, I'm writing my blog, I'm doing these videos, you know, as content creators, I'm doing this social media thing, I'm trying to build my brand, or I'm trying to go to work early, go to work, come back late. I do the most work, you know what I mean? You just know that you're going to be successful, but you don't know when it's going to happen. Sometimes you get tired, but I'm here to say, based off of that movie, do not get tired. Ain't that the scripture? Do not get weary and well doing. Keep at it. Keep your hands to the plow. It will eventually break way to the dawning. You know what I mean? It's always darkest before light, but keep on going even in the dark. Just keep your hands to the plow. Keep your hands to what you're doing and what you want to be in and what you're believing. So just believe. That's the key. Believe. And that's it. That's all you need to believe. Is the gas. Believing is the gas to get you where you're going. You know what I mean? Because situations will come your way, and that's what they went through in the movie. A lot of things try to stop them. A lot of people try to take them off their square. Oh, it wasn't done like this before. Oh, that's not the path that everybody goes down. But if you believe, it's going to happen. Like, you know, if you want something greater, the greater is going to come, regardless. But most of the time we give up before we allow like the greater to manifest, to actually actualize. But I'm here to say, don't you dare give up, okay? All right? I don't care if you're watching this and you're a high schooler or a 67-year-old person. Do not give up on your dream. Keep your hand to the plow. So that's one thing I learned. 2 things I learned. The second thing I learned about this movie is fathers are important. I really like the dad, Richard. I mean, the movie is based off of him. But he just provided so much structure, and he's seen greatness in his kids, and he was already speaking life. He already like spoke the ending in the beginning, which we know they do as well. You know what I mean? Faith is seeing the substance of things hoped for. So he was already talking about how those girls were going to be playing at the Wimbledon, whatever it's called. He already seen that for his daughters when they was like little girls. You know what I mean? So it just helped me to see that like fathers kind of aim their children like an arrow. They help put them in the right direction. And as they keep telling their kids that, they usually go in that direction. It kind of helped me realize like why sometimes we see everything that's going on in the world because fathers are missing. You know what I mean? Or fathers aren't taking on their role to kind of coach or groom their children for greatness as well. Life and death is in the power of your tongue. And I feel like that's where dads come into. Like a lot of fatherless homes, they're not getting that guidance, that structure. You know what I mean? Like, son, you're going to do this. Daughter, you can do that. It's missing. So that's why I realized, like, yo, fathers are really important. So for you feminists out there, don't be hating on this movie, okay? Because we need both. We need the masculine and the feminine, okay? And this movie showed me why fathers are important and are necessary, okay? Yes. So that's my number 2 thing I learned from this movie. Number 3, I learned that you can become great at literally whatever you decide to put your mind to. I don't care what it is. If you study it, if you desire it, if you want to go for it, you can have it. You know what I mean? If you put that time and effort into being great, to being a great athlete, a great mom, a great dentist, a great doctor, a great lawyer, a great shovel picker, a great bricklayer. Whatever it is, you can do it. Like, literally. It's like I said, it's just keeping your mind on it. You know what I mean? Keeping your hands to it. Putting in the work, learning your craft, studying it, looking at how people done it before you. You literally can become what you put in your head to become. I don't care what it looks like, because another thing that I learned from their movie is like, it's not like they came out of the womb playing tennis. It's something that their dad was like, oh yeah, they're going to play tennis. And he literally taught them, you know what I mean? By listening to how like other tennis players played, watching it, and just copying it, you know what I mean? Like, literally, they were in school. They learned the sport, and that's just what it was. And they did it, look. But like I said, a lot of times we just throw in the towel before success comes. So that's number 3 that I learned. You become great at literally what you decide to put your mind to. Number 4 thing that I learned from this movie is affirmations are important. Y'all don't see my entire room, but I got like stuff on my wall of that is a scripture over there that say, greater is he that is in me than he is in the world. Right here, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. It's very important to put things up so you can see, and that's what the dad did. He put like you are a winner on a poster board when they were playing tennis back in Compton. If you plan to fail, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. He posted that stuff up, like things that just, you know, that they visually could see, and I'm pretty sure ingrained in their mind, like literally programmed because they've seen it. So get some affirmations in front of you that you want your life to be, or like mantras or things that you want to be programmed inside of you. You know what I mean? Like things that you want to become one with you, because it really will. You know, words, the written word, write the vision and make it plain. That's what you have to do. And that's what I learned in this movie, and I seen that the dad did with the daughter. So it was great. Another thing, 5, advocate for yourself. That dad knew how to really talk them girls up. Like, he was like a very great spokesperson for them. Like, yeah, look at my girls. They're great. Look how good Venus swung. Like, he really, I don't even want to say gassed them up or anything like that. Because they were great, but he wasn't afraid to say it. Sometimes I feel like, you know, we kind of humble with it. We don't want to like brag on ourselves, or not. I don't want to say brag, but we don't want to like say or speak up our goodness or the things that make us great. But I'm here to say, like, go ahead. But then again, it makes me think of the scripture, like, let another man's mouth praise you and not your own. But their dad did that for them, okay? So, you know what? That's what it is. Let people talk you up. You be excellent, and other people will do the bragging for you. Ooh, that's what I want to say. You be excellent, and other people will do the bragging for you, okay? So that was my 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth point. 5. People will always talk you out of your greatness, or they'll like try to convince you why something won't work. Nobody asked you, but even if I did, ain't nobody trying to hear that. So that's what I learned from this movie too. So many people try to discourage them, like, oh, they weren't playing since they were kids. And no, nobody knows them. Who are they? Like, so many people just really try to tell them why it wouldn't work. You know what I mean? It's never been done like that before. Stay in your lane. That's not how such and such did it to get to the top. So it ain't gonna work for you. It was a lot of that in that movie. But guess what? Just because that's what everybody else is doing does not mean that's something that I need to do. Well, just don't let somebody distract you on what you're trying to do, okay? A lot of people will try to get you off your square and say, and it's never been done like that before. But okay, when you do it, it will work, all right? You gotta remember who you are and who you are. When I think about it, it's like nothing really is impossible for God. So literally nothing is impossible for you when you believe. I feel like all barriers, situations, they all melt like snow, you know? If it's a mountain, it's coming down when you believe. Your faith is what's going to bring it down. So remember that. Let's see. This was a very good point. And it came from the dad. He said be humble. Like, even though, Serena and Venus were really great tennis players, they knew it. Their competitors knew it. Their dad did not allow them to get a big hit or gloat or whatever. And I really like that. Because you know what I mean? Like, you can be great, but like I said before, it's good to let other people brag on you, not your own self. And he kept that, like, he wanted his daughters to keep that in mind. Like, in a way, it's an honor, it's a privilege to play. And, you've been blessed with this great talent, so don't get big-headed about it. And I really appreciate that dad saying that. Be humble. Like, you know what I mean? Your gifts and abilities are a gift from God. And they're an inspiration. So God chose them. And it could have been anybody, you know what I mean? But they were gifted in this way. And I'm very, very, very happy about that. Be humble. That's one thing I learned from the movie. So number 8, don't be afraid to strike your own path. And it kind of went to my other point before. In the movie, they would tell them, like, this tennis player did it this way, so y'all should do it this way. But that dad said he had a plan, and that's the plan that he wanted to go by. He had a plan, that's what he was sticking to. And he literally did that, you know what I mean? Even though it's never been done before. So, that's for somebody. You may have an idea, but it may be unconventional. It may be something that's never been done, the world has never seen. Go with that, especially if you feel right about it in your heart and in your spirit. You know what I mean? Nobody else got to see it. Nobody else got to agree with it, but you do. And as long as you see it, you believe in it, go for it. I just feel like a lot of greatness comes on the other side of fear, doing something differently or stepping outside the box, okay? That can be you. So step outside the box, I'll be here to support you. I like wild and crazy dreams. So if you need somebody to believe, I'm your girl. I'll be with you. And also, the last thing I learned was don't accept any deal, or any offer. Make sure you make it work for you. So, the girls, well, Venus, because she was the older one, had plenty of opportunities to make millions. You know what I mean? Like, very, very early on. But she turned down a lot of deals that didn't feel right for her. You know what I mean? And then when it was time for them to take a deal, they made sure, like, the family was included. Like, sometimes I feel like, okay, I even learned this in grad school, that women don't negotiate much. They just take the salary that's accepted when they're offered a job, and that's it. But I like the fact that they, again, advocated for themselves. They made sure, like, not only the girls were taken care of, but also their family, because at the end of the day, they knew their worth. They knew that the tennis pros, the tennis coaches were going to benefit off of them. So they was like, you know what? Y'all going to benefit off of us. We're going to benefit off of y'all. Let's make it work for all of us. So that's one thing I really, really liked. Make sure you make what's given to you work for you as well. If it's going to be an inconvenience for you or something, you don't got to take that. You don't have to accept it. No. You make it work for you. That's one thing I really, really liked about this movie that I was able to see. So those are all my points. And I just feel like number 1 was the greatest, the best takeaway for me. It's not our job to figure out how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, when your break is going to come, when your breakthrough is going to come. Just believe that it's going to happen. That is your job, to believe, because so many things are going to tell you it's not going to happen. So many things are going to come up and be like, no, you're too old, it's too late. You don't have enough money, or you messed up too much. It's over for you. So many things are going to come up that way, and you could almost want to believe it because it makes sense. You know what I mean? And usually, when you're breaking generational curses, you're the first. So sometimes you do feel like the audacity of me, like, can this really happen? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. I almost feel like the more crazier it is, the more, like, it will happen for you. You know what I mean? If it makes sense, I don't know. But if it's a little outrageous, if your back is against the wall, if the odds are stacked against you, you probably gonna win. So don't like be afraid of the turmoil or the hardships. That's okay. It has to come. It makes a very good story. Look at them. Look at them in their story. They had a whole movie, you know what I mean? But they needed to come from Compton. They need to have some hardships or whatever, so people can really see the inspiration behind it. And we too, like, can realize, like, okay, I've gone through stuff. Sorry, y'all, my alarm came on. Yeah, so you may feel like I'm feeling defeated. I don't know how it's gonna work for me, but if those girls made it through, so can I. So those are my points. And I hope you guys go see the movie. It was really, really good. You guys will definitely enjoy it. And I will be back for another review of another movie. It's been a long time since I even been to the movies, because I don't be liking movies like that. But I like stuff like this. Just like I like the Jordan special, The Last Dance. I like seeing athletes, their rise to fame or their rise to excellence and what makes them great. I like that kind of stuff. So, this was a movie worth watching to me. About like your dreams becoming true. So that is me. I'm your girl Synquette, and I hope that you guys go and see the movie. And thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Met Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent. Met Synquette, man, the